Welcome to Rack of the Week 175. And keeping with doing something a little bit different, last week I did a video called The Worst. And this one is not called The Best. That might be coming up soon. This one's called The Secret. I'm going to give away the secret to how to play great straight pool. Let's real quickly, just a couple of announcements. I am a sales rep for the BridgeMate, and I'm also now offering the RailMate, which is a companion product that you put on the rail of the table for more stability. And there's also a combo package where you can get both for a cheaper price. So check out shortstoponpool.com for that. I'm also making a snooker aimer, and that's available for sale right now. And it is the correct size for snooker balls. So anyone's playing snooker, it's the same concept as the Ghost Aimer. It shows you the exact aim point with the yellow post, and it has angle markings as well as quarter, half, and three-quarter ball hit, so you can learn your angles on the snooker table. And also, there's now a discount code for 10% off of onboard sportswear. Go to my website and click on the link for onboard sportswear, and you will see the Shortstop on Pool branded products there. But if you buy something else from Onboard, one of their other lines of cool-looking sports shirts, T-shirts, mid-layers, whatever, you get 10% off with the discount code. And you get that by clicking the link through my store. So go to shortstoponpool.com for that. Okay, I'm going to get off. I'm going to leave the screen here so you can watch the this rack expanded to the full screen. I'm going to pause this for just a second here. This is me in the year 2019. So this is 5 years ago. So in just for those of you who don't know, in the year 2009, I quit playing pool for 10 years. I came back in 2019, and this is probably 2 to 3 months after I came back to pool. So still trying to find my game, get my stroke back. But this is before I started, before I visited Mark Wilson and other instructors and started really working on revising my fundament and improving my fundamentals. So I want to point out just a few things here. This is the shot line down my cue stick. Okay. So what I want you to notice is that the changes that I've made since then that you can see in this picture is that right here, the shot line is over my eye. And today it's closer to between my nose and my eye. It's more, my head is closer to center. Here you can see that both my elbow and my shoulder are way outside the shot line, and they're even angled away from the shot line, which isn't good. And that means my grip hand is obviously on the back of the cue, so my grip hand is somewhere around here. So my forearm is coming down at an angle. And then the other thing you can see is that my bridge arm is bent. And that's because I'm playing with my 60-inch cue. So that's a long cue to most people, but it's not long enough for me. And so I have to bend my forearm in order to get my shooting arm at 90 degrees. So, and that's just there's other things too, but those are the basics. So suboptimal fundamentals. Okay, fine. This is the first rack in a run of 107 balls. So the first lesson there is you don't need perfect fundamentals to run 100 balls. What do you need? I don't know. Let's find out. So here's the break shot. And I would be shooting this with a follow stroke today, and I drew the ball back with a ton of spin on it. You see it spin off the head rail there. Got an easy shot on the 9 or the 15. I'm probably just going to shoot the 15. Come back and forth to center table. I bet the 9 in this pocket will be my next shot. Okay. As you can tell, no extension on that cue. Oh, and I was playing with glasses as well. This is before I went back to my contact lenses. So now I'm taking a look. There is no great break ball. The 6 might be a break ball, but I'm not sure what I'm thinking about. Probably recognizing that 6 could be a break ball and that you either have to hit this 11-8 or get short side to shoot them over here. Okay, so this is getting on the 14 to come down farther. Yeah, you can tell that my hand is still, look at all the elbow movement. Wow. Okay, so this was that shot was to get on the 3, and I'm probably going to go this way into these balls. You know, that's actually not all that different from how I might shoot today. You see that, nice and soft. I did not have an insurance ball this way, but I guess I was counting on the 10 ball this way as an insurance ball. Fair enough. Okay. Taking some time now to kind of look at the issues and problems. I have two potential break balls now, the 2 and the 6. We're not going to get deep into strategy here, but just a little bit. 2 and the 6, and again, I have to either hit the 11-8 or get short side position to shoot them over here. I'm pretty sure that those are the things that are on my mind. So where am I going? Oh, I thought I was going to go up towards center table. No, I kept it down. That's okay. I would have to shoot the 2 ball now if I don't shoot the 9, because I parked the cue ball right against the 1, so I'm not terribly happy with that. But I don't. The past Bob doesn't seem to be too bothered with this, so it looks like right there I played position for the 12, which gets me on the 1, and I bet I'm going to use the 1 to come down here for that short side position. And this is kind of the way my racks go today. If you're shooting correctly, addressing your problems, and shooting outside in, you end up with balls in the rack area that you can pivot to get on your break shot. Quite often, that's when you don't have side pocket key balls. I got the wrong angle. I've got the wrong angle on the 1. I can't get over here, so I'm shooting the 5. And what am I trying to do here? Oh, okay, I was either trying to draw into those to open them up or to get short side position, knowing if I hit the 11 ball full, I would at least have the 6 ball back here on the side. So one of these 2 balls is going to be my break ball. Probably the 1 ball will be my key ball. Looks like I have a shot on the 8 or the 11. Looks like the 11. Oh, looks like I'm running into something. My rhythm is kind of surprised at how similar it is to the way I'm shooting today, but it is a little bit different. And as I mentioned, there's way too much elbow movement in addition to the other things. So now the 6 ball is directly above the 2 ball break ball because I shot off the other potential. So now it has to be let's call this the 4 ball. It has to be 4. Looks like this is the 1 and this is the 5 over here. So is it going to be 4-5-1 or 4-1-5? It's got to be one of the 2. Okay, so 4-5, but how am I going to get on the 1 ball? Where does the 1 go? I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I should shoot the 6. I think I should go 6-5-1. Nope, not going to do that. Okay, I'm not sure where the 1 ball goes. Let's see what I do. Oh, okay, I'm 5-6-1. Okay, and you can tell by my reaction that I came up short because the shot line to the 6 is here. So I'd rather be closer so I can just stun the cue ball over, and then I have almost a stop shot. I'll have to draw back a little bit on the 1 to get on the break shot. So look, not a great end pattern, right? Not optimal, correct? Not the type of end pattern that I talk about in my Rack of the Week series. And this was a touchy shot too. You got to get good. And I didn't. I think I got too much angle and I have to go to the rail and come back out. But taking a look, okay, I'm pointing here, meaning I want a shallow angle. That's good because you don't want to play for this angle because if you overhit it, then your cue ball's over here and you're done. So that's good. And how do I do? Pretty darn good. So, what's the secret? That was a suboptimal pattern by a player with suboptimal fundamentals, and yet this is the first rack in a run of 107 balls. So what's the secret to pool? There's no wrong answer. Leave your answer in the comments. Let's talk about it. I'm going to say this. It's determination. Now, determination alone isn't going to do it for you if you don't have the skills. And it's not going to do it for you if you don't have the knowledge. But here we're watching a player who has skills that are good enough and knowledge that isn't great, but it's good enough. And he has determination. You've got to want it. You've got to want it bad. What makes a player not put in the time on the practice table? They don't have the determination yet. Some of us have determination, and we need better fundamentals, or we need more knowledge. But once you get to a certain level, there's a certain amount of each of those things that you need to run 50 balls. Many of you have a goal where you want to run 50 balls because you haven't run 50 yet. Forget about 100. Some of you are trying to run your first 28 ball run. So you need a level of skill and knowledge to achieve that. But without determination, your skill and your knowledge aren't going to get you there. Right now, my goal is to run 200 balls. I've run over 121 times. But I don't have... I've had to ask myself, which of those ingredients do I not have? And the answer is determination. And that's a hard one to admit because I thought I did. I made a post last night in the community section of my YouTube channel where I just touched on that briefly, and that's why I make this Rack of the Week. Pool is super hard, people. It gets harder when you try to play at harder levels. And just because someone's a great player and they can make these really tough shots, it doesn't mean it's easy to make the shots. It's still hard to make those shots. You have to have a lot of focus, and you have to have determination to want to put in that work. And so that's the hard, bitter pill of truth that I'm swallowing. And so it's just something I want you to know. You need a certain level of determination even if your goal is to run 40 balls, if you haven't done it yet. You have to have enough skill and knowledge to do that. And only after you have those do you need the determination that doesn't quit and keeps trying to learn. There is no secret. This is one of the reasons. I'll hit play now. We'll watch the next break shot. This is the secret. And this is the reason why I like the sport of pool over most others. You can't fake it. There is no faking it. You're not going to get lucky. You have to shoot every shot. You have got to want it. You've got to want it bad. How bad do you want it? You have to have the determination to put in the practice time on the practice table, to not give up. And during a run like this, when you get out of line or you've got to come with a tough shot, you have to have the determination that doesn't give up and that applies themselves. You have to have the determination, even when there aren't hard shots, that says, I choose to not miss any shot that I know how to make. And that's a big deal. Look at that, drawing all the way back to the head table. That's not the best way to do that. So just in keeping with my Rack of the Week, it's actually not all that bad of a result. Obviously, there's a triangle of balls in the center of the table, and that could be a normal occurrence, or it could be a factor of the fact that this is a hand racking with a plastic triangle rack, and so maybe they weren't completely tight. But I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls completely loose, plus 2 more that are a little bit loose from the rack. I've got a combination 10-5. I've got a shot on the 7. So as I mentioned, I get through this rack and a few more. I get to 107 in this run with suboptimal fundamentals and a fair knowledge, but a lot of determination. Make of that what you will. That was the Rack of the Week for this week, number 175. And I think the theme next week is going to be the best. So we're going to do the worst, the secret, and then next week is going to be the best. So stay tuned to see what that means. Go over to shortstoponpool.com. Check out the Ghost Aimers and the Bridgemates and Onboard Sportswear. And I thank you for your support. I'm going to be back in a couple of weeks, beginning of August. I'm going to be back doing more stuff on the channel. So stay tuned for that. And remember, if you're going to play pool, play it straight. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.